Alright, so let's talk about my '08 Tundra real quick. So on the guide on the Tundra forums that they show going through pin to pin, I started with the speedometer cluster. And then I noticed that the pins that they normally had called for were actually there. So the blue and the red on the bottom row between the pink and the yellow are the two that were missing from the diagram that they showed. So with that, I thought to myself, okay, well, let's move on to the next step. So we come on here, I think this is what they call the JL1 connector, and they show the two pins that are on the top, the red and the blue, were missing. And I'm like, okay, well, I have them. So those are the two that are coming from the speedometer cluster. So what I ended up doing, because mine were missing, was putting the two jumper wires into the socket itself. And then I have them branched out to test to the drive meter itself. And I'm going to clean it up here momentarily. And so that you're not confused, I ended up using two different colors because, you know, I'm a dodo brain. But it transitions from blue to red to brown. And then I inserted the other two into the drive monitor plug, which you see right here. So originally I was coming from this, which is probably what most of you have, if not the blank one. So those are the only things that I had to do in order to get everything working on mine. And I'll show you in just a second. I went ahead and got all the wires nice and taped, retucked. Yes, there we go, retucked. Drive monitors in, and kaboom! Look at that. I'll get the MPG once I start driving. Right now it's not going to do anything, only because I've not put any miles on the truck. And that is the drive monitor upgrade. Also, I want to add something real quick. I ordered these computer pins off of Amazon, super duper cheap. I think it was probably less than $10 from this particular company, and it gives you a variety of different pins. So the reason that I went with this is because it kind of made me cringe when I see people jamming wires into the pins on the computer. So what's really cool about this, and I'll show you here in just a second, this is actually just an outer sheathing, right? This actually comes apart when you split the outer casing. Then the outer casing looks like this. And I will tell you that I had a little bit of a tough time getting that to go into the pin connectors inside of here. But it was a solid fit, and it lined right up with the other connector. So, and what I would do is go with this. Please don't jam a ton of wires into this thing. Make it work, make it look good, and use the proper connectors. These, like I said, were really dirt cheap, and you get a variety of them with different pin configurations, and these things plug into one another. So that's pretty much what I did, was I just plugged one into another until I got all the way to the drive monitor. I hope this video helps you guys.